Okay, so in the last video we talked about web hosting. So now that hopefully you found a place to host your website. So I'm not going to take you step by step to do that. In fact, none of these videos are going to take you step by step. I'm going to be introducing you to resources where you can go out and learn, and then you can dig in as much as you'd like. Okay, so to start off, Dreamweaver. You'll hear a lot about Dreamweaver. Do not use Dreamweaver to get started. Dreamweaver will do a lot of things for you and will throw a lot of fluff in there that you don't need, but also it's going to remove your, you're not going to see what it's doing. So when it comes to editing these pages, you do need to find an editor. Now, I doubt most of you are like me, where I use something like VI. It's something used at the command line in Linux. Probably not what you want to do. But you can use Notepad. You can use any text editor you'd like within reason. Some of them add extra characters. Don't use something like Word. Word will not do it right. It'll throw extra things in there and it'll try and do stuff for you. So yeah, you want to see the code. So if you're using cPanel, cPanel has its own editor. So you can go and edit the HTML and view the code, view the HTML, and you can actually edit the code. You want to be looking at the code. The reason why I say that is because once you understand the code, if there's a problem with the site, you can start to dig in and you can tweak and modify things. A lot of the stuff that I've done has been, oh, we need to brand this and make it look like ours. So you go in and you have to tweak just a few things, or this does not look right, or this does not work right when these things happen. And you have to really dig in. And a lot of the GUI tools don't help you there as much. So just looking at the code. So cPanel. If you're not going to use cPanel, there's things like brackets. That is really cool. In fact, one of the YouTube videos, the channels that we'll use a lot in this playlist of mine, is going to use brackets heavily. Komodo Edit is another great one. So these are ones that specifically have HTML specific things to be able to close the tags for you. So, and once again, I'll include these links down below. So why does it matter? Well, because even though you can type hello world on a page and it'll show up on the web, there's lots of issues that causes. First of all, it doesn't look nice. But second of all, people with disabilities or other automated tools are not going to be able to handle that very well. So we need to make sure that we're following the standard, doing things correctly. And along those lines, you should be checking to make sure that you don't have mistakes in your code, in your HTML. So HTML is really just the layout of the page. So, well, it's the data on it. But you do give it a little bit of almost like this is this room, this is this. So there are some things there. So we're going to introduce you once again to, so this is Steve Griffin, Intro to Basic HTML. Now, I'll give you a lot of links, but you'll probably find that videos or certain learning works better for you. So I'm not suggesting that you go through all of these. Well, this first one, yes. Go through all of them, see what works best for you, and then as the videos progress, you can say, oh, I'm not really interested, so maybe you don't like Stephen Griffin's videos. So just bypass them. I expect that a lot of people will. He does a great job. W3 Schools is an awesome resource. So this is HTML. There's these semantic elements, so it talks about what they are and how you set them up, and then these allow you to easily modify the page when we get into CSS, which will be later. So we're going to be doing HTML and CSS. And maybe we'll throw in some other things. But so there's also this HTML and CSS guidebook. This is another one. So students, learners might find these different. So like them in different ways. So I really like W3 Schools, and they have a lot of these try it yourself. And when you do that, it opens in another tab, and you can actually change things over here. So I changed this and run it, and you can see it change over here. So in this way, you can actually use this as an HTML editor. So this is like brackets or Komodo, although what brackets and Komodo does that this doesn't. So if I do H2, brackets and Komodo would automatically put in the close tag for H2. But did you? So, and you're going to learn about these. By the way, at the beginning of learning anything, there's tons that you don't know. And it might be good for you whenever there's something new, look at it. What is this? What does it mean? What is this? What does it mean? And just ask yourself. And the more time you spend up front, the better you're going to learn as things progress. Because there's going to be fewer things that are new to you. So HTML, CSS guidebook's awesome. I'm going to link, here's another one from Steve Griffith I think that you should watch. HTML Introduction. So this goes through the basics of what HTML is. And then there's some try it yourselves as well here. Here's the HTML and CSS guidebook, HTML Introduction, and then of course the skeleton code. Anyway, I hope that you can go through these, find what speaks to you. Do you like the HTML CSS guidebook? Do you like W3 Schools? Do you like Stephen Griffith? Which one speaks to you the most? Which one helps you learn? So in this video we covered you need to find a way to edit your pages, and we got you linked to resources to get started. I would suggest that before you proceed on to the next video, you create a web page. This web page can be whatever you'd like. Two options that I think would be beneficial for you to consider. Number one, if you're getting started in this, you might want to let people know who you are, what you're doing. Create an About You web page. It's just going to be basic. It's not going to have much there, but you could put whatever you're comfortable having shared on the internet on the page. If you're not comfortable sharing things about you on the internet, maybe choose something that you're interested in. Ice cream. I like ice cream. Talk about what types of ice cream you think are best, what brands, what flavors. Find something you want to create a page about, create a page, and start to do. It's amazing how much you learn when you're doing rather than just looking at videos. So I hope I'll see you in the next video, but not until after you've created a page. Thank you.